Hi, I'm Shandi Borup, and welcome back to my kitchen. And we are on day 10 of Spring Clean Your Life. And so today we start focusing on our space. And I loved what I put early in the post earlier today that about clutter, because I don't think we often think about how much clutter affects our health. But there's been studies done that clutter it increases anxiety, it increases our stress level, it plays a role in our heart health, and it also it just makes you lose focus on what you're doing. So it's time we're going to seize the moment these next 3 days and just really focus on getting into a rhythm of just cleaning out, reorganizing, that space that's really been bothering you, just nagging at you to get done. I know for me, I have a closet in the basement, and I have been wanting to reorganize that, make it more functional. It's just been dysfunctional for a long time. And so I use what I call the power of 10. I set the timer for 10 minutes. And every night I go down there and work on it. And I'm probably about 2/3 of the way through, maybe. And so it's coming along, and it's a slow process, but it's something that I can do without feeling overwhelmed. Like, I don't have the amount of time that it's going to take to do it all in one chunk. And so I just encourage you to pick that space. Like I challenged you in the post to pick that space, and whatever that is, whatever your time limit is, set the timer, and pick a time of day that you're going to do it. For me, it's before I can crash on the couch at night. I have to go do that. So pick a time that works for you, set the timer, and go to work. And you're just going to be amazed at it's what we call the Slight Edge. And if you haven't read the book, The Slight Edge by Jeff Olson, I highly recommend it. It will change your life. And it is just that. The Slight Edge is doing easy things that you do over time that make all the difference. And so that's how we can tackle this space that we're talking about. And so before we go any further, I just want to do a big shout out, thank you to my it man. I call him, it's my husband. He is the behind the scenes. He operates the camera when I move around the kitchen. And he also, then when we're done with our Facebook Lives, he is the dishwasher and helps me clean up everything. And he's also the behind the scenes man in technology, sending out emails. And I just really appreciate him. So part of, cleansing our soul, of course, we talked about gratitude and expressing that gratitude. So thank somebody today who's made a difference in your life. So I want to get right into what's for dinner. I know it's not Tuesday. I know Tuesday is usually taco night, but this is May 1st. And so we're going to build some amazing tacos. Going back to talking about foods for our brain, legumes are really a powerhouse for our brain. So we're going to make a taco meat actually with lentils. So you're going to notice here I have some lentils that I have sprouted. You can see the little tails on them. And so I've soaked them, and then I sprouted them for a few days. Again, very little hands-on time. So, and then I cooked these in the pressure cooker. And by doing all of that, it takes away almost all of the anti-nutrients that make these hard to digest or that cause gas or bloating. So and then I have some walnuts here. So I soaked the walnuts for probably about 4 hours today. Walnuts have tannins on them, and I wanted to show you kind of what they look like when you're soaking the walnuts. You can see how discolored the water gets. That's the tannins that are coming off of these walnuts, and then you just rinse those really well. And then we toasted these in the oven just for about 10 minutes. And so I'm going to add the lentils here. We're going to make our taco meat, and let's see, got my recipe here handy. And so I'm going to use the food processor and blend this up. I'm just going to add just a little bit of water. so you just want to make this chunky like this. So you don't want it to be completely smooth. And I'm going to pulse it just a couple of more times. There we go. And so that's kind of what you have right there. And then we're going to add this. I'm going to come over here to the stove. And I've been sauteing some onions and peppers here. And you can use a green bell pepper as well. I just had some yellow orange ones, so I used those. And I didn't have to go purchase vegetable broth because from our broth that we made last on Saturday, I have some broth. So I just sauteed these just for about 10 minutes in there. And we're going to use those to build our tacos. So I'm just going to take our taco meat and put it in this bowl. And you can see how it looks a lot like taco meat at this point. So we're going to add our seasoning now. So I'm going to add some cumin and some oregano. And some chili powder. And then I'm going to add just a tad of, or a pinch, should I say, of some Celtic sea salt. And I'm going to stir this together. It just smells amazing. Smells like tacos. My tummy's getting hungry. And then depending on just how dry it is, you can just add just a little bit of water in here just to make it a little more moist. And so now I'm going to, we've got our peppers all ready. So now I'm going to come over here, we're going to build these tacos. So I have our taco bar all set up here. And I have some fermented salsa that I made, some guacamole. And if you don't have your own made, then there's a brand called Holy Guacamole, and they only have 5 ingredients in it, and that's what I have here. Then I have some plain yogurt that I'm going to use instead of sour cream. You could also use sour cream if you want. And you can also make cashew cream. So I have some cashews here soaking because I happen to be out of cashew cream. And then that just whips up with a little bit of seasoning, becomes a great sour cream. And then I have over here some fermented salsa, some green salsa that we're also going to put on, and some green onions. So we're going to build the tacos now. You can use any kind of shell. We love using the lettuce leaves. So I've got my lettuce leaves here, and I'm just going to put some of the meat in it, and I'm going to come back over here to the stove where I've got my peppers, and I'm just going to add some of my peppers on top, and then I'll come back over here to where my taco bar is, and I'm going to add some green onions, and then a little bit of salsa, a little bit of sour cream, a little bit of guacamole, salsa on, and then I'm going to take some fresh lime juice that I have right here, and I'm just going to squeeze this right on top. And then I have a salad here that I've made as well. And what I'll do besides the taco that we have, I'm just going to add some of the meat to my salad as well. And then I'm going to come back over here. And so I just want to show you what's in the salad tonight. So I've got some spinach and arugula, and arugula is great for the spring because it is a natural detoxifying vegetable. It is really good for bone health. It protects you against cancer. It's just one of the really top leafy greens for cleansing the body, and which is great for, remember, we're trying to get inflammation out and nutrients in. And so I've got some spinach, some spring mix, I've got some leftover cabbage and some shallots and fresh peas, and so and parsley. So I just put all of that in because, again, we're going to enjoy these cooked lentils in our tacos, but we want to make sure that the goal is to eat more raw than cooked, about 60 to 40%. And so I will take some more of the taco meat and just mix it in with our salad. And I'll probably add some more peppers, and then I'll put the rest of these toppings right on top, and we're just going to have an amazing plant-based whole food meal. And it was about, I would say, total time would be 30 minutes or less, and that's what we're aiming for, so that we can enjoy more time just enjoying each other's company. And remember, when you sit down to eat, take those 10 deep breaths and get your body in the parasympathetic state so that your body can digest this amazing meal. That's it for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.